Welcome to the Woman Worriers podcast, where we're working to help you call a truce with your anxiety. The information in this podcast is not a substitute for seeking help from a licensed mental health professional. Now, here's your host, Elizabeth Cush, LCPC.
Welcome back to the Woman Worriers podcast. I'm really excited. I finally got a new mic and I'm hoping it will improve my sound quality. I acknowledge that I've had some sound issues for the last couple of episodes, and I just want to apologize, but I also want to acknowledge and thank you for continuing to tune in even when the sound quality wasn't great. So fingers crossed this will make the difference. I also wanted to say thanks for tuning in, subscribing, rating, and reviewing the podcast. If you haven't done so and want to, there is a subscribe link in iTunes, as well as a place to rate and review. That's at the bottom. So if you scroll down to the bottom of the podcast app, if you scroll down to the bottom of the podcast in iTunes, there is a place to leave a rating as well as a review. If you've already done so, thank you. Let's get started with this week's episode. Around here, where I am recording in Annapolis, it is spring and things are growing and flowers are blooming. Trees have leaves. We've had some amazingly beautiful weather and already had some thunderstorms, but this week I'd like to focus on being mindful in nature or being mindful outdoors, because there's so much going on in spring that the practice of mindfulness can be a little bit easier when it's really nice outside. So today I am recording from home, so there's possibilities of external noises entering into my podcast, like my dog barking. So I apologize. I'll do my best to edit those sounds out, but he might make an appearance. Elvis might make an appearance today. So what is mindfulness? Mindfulness means being aware of what's happening in the moment without judgment, with intention. And that's why nature is such a great place to do this, because not only is nature really easy to sort of pay attention to, because there's a lot going on, especially in the spring, but nature makes you feel better. The research is showing that just being outside in a green environment, especially if there's water nearby, improves mood, self-esteem, and just feelings of positivity. So spend some time outside and let's figure out how to be mindful while we're doing it. Here's a few strategies to help you get started. Mindful walking. So as you're taking a walk outside, whether you're in a park or walking down the street or you're in a city, wherever you are, bring your awareness to your feet on the ground as you're walking. Notice the feeling of the pavement or the dirt or the gravel, whatever it is below your feet. Notice the sounds that your feet make as you're walking. Do you have shoes on? Are you barefoot? Maybe you're wearing flip-flops and you can hear the sound of your flip-flops. Are you walking fast or slow? What color is the ground? What is the textures that you're seeing or feeling on the soles of your feet? Just bring your awareness to whatever is going on with your feet and the ground. And what do you see as you're walking? If you look up, can you see clouds or the sun? Maybe an airplane or birds flying by? And what's the scenery? Are you looking at buildings or trees? Is there water nearby? What colors do you see? Are there flowers blooming? And what colors are they? Can you see creatures like bunnies or squirrels? We have a lot of those around here. Birds. And what do you feel? Do you feel your feet on the ground? Can you feel the air against your skin? The friction of the fabric as you walk, whether it's your legs moving back and forth or your arms. Maybe you're carrying something like a water bottle or the leash for your dog. Or maybe you stop to touch a flower and sniff the fragrance as you walk by. And what can you taste? If you're carrying water or a drink, what does that taste like? Or maybe you have a mint in your mouth. Or maybe you're just tasting the onions in your mouth from your lunch today. What can you smell? Can you smell flowers or the soil? If it's wet outside, can you smell the rain? Or if you're in the city, maybe you can smell the exhaust of a bus or cars going by. And just try tuning into whatever those smells are without judgment, without labeling them good or bad, just noticing. And what can you hear? Can you hear the wind? If it's raining, can you hear the rain? What does it sound like? Maybe someone drove by with music playing in their car, or maybe just the sound of the cars going by. Thanks, Elvis. Perfect timing. Maybe you hear a dog barking. Whatever the sounds are, just allowing all the sounds, all the sensory information, whatever you're seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, tasting, enter your awareness without judgment, but paying attention to what you are seeing and feeling and hearing and touching and tasting. And just allowing those things to be there, to come and go, enter and exit your awareness. You can do this no matter where you are. Just tuning in to your experience in that moment. Another practice is really feeling your feet on the ground. So taking your shoes off, going outside, feeling your feet on the grass or the soil, gravel or mulch, wherever you are, the sidewalk, just noticing your feet on the ground, feeling the soles of your feet as they touch the ground, imagining that as you breathe in, you're breathing in the energy of the earth. Imagine that your feet are rooted to the ground like the roots of a tree, flowing through down into the earth, keeping you stable and secure. As you breathe in, you're breathing in the energy of the earth, the calming, grounded energy that the earth holds. And as you exhale, you're breathing out any stress or tension that you might be holding in your body. And just know that the earth and the universe can hold this energy and that you don't have to hold on to it for yourself. Doing this a few more times, breathing in the grounding energy of the earth, exhaling out the stress you might be holding in your body. And maybe you can even imagine that the earth takes that stress and tension and composts it, recycles it into more positive energy that you can then inhale. And the third mindful activity is mindful listening. You can do this inside or outside. I like doing it outside because there are so many sounds that you can tune into. So just opening your awareness to whatever sounds you might be hearing nearby. Maybe it's your dog barking. Maybe it's somebody in the next yard over talking. Maybe it's the wind in your ears. Just tune into whatever you're hearing without latching on to any one thing, letting the sounds come and go. And now broadening the scope of what you're hearing, and try listening to things that may be a little bit farther away. Maybe you hear a car driving by. Maybe you hear a dog barking further away, or someone walking down the street, or sirens. Again, just letting these sounds come and go, flowing over you without trying to make judgments or attach meaning to any of the sounds, just letting them be there. And then broadening your awareness even further to incorporate sounds as far away as possible. So just imagining that your ears are wide open and all the sounds from even far away can enter your awareness, and incorporating everything that you're hearing, both far and near. Letting the sounds flow through you, imagining it as if they are waves on an ocean, or actual sound waves just flowing by, or maybe like clouds drifting through the sky. And as we practice mindfulness in our daily lives, it allows us to get out of our heads. Because when we're present in the moment, when we are present in our senses, are what we're seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, feeling, when we're paying attention to that, we're not stuck in our heads. We're not stuck in the what ifs or what might have happened or the worries, the planning, the scheduling. We're here and now in the present moment. And that helps us feel less stressed. So I hope you find ways to bring more mindfulness into your daily life this spring. And know over the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about mindfulness. Last week, we talked to Charlotte Easley about equine-assisted therapy and how mindful the horses can be and present moment oriented and why that's important. We'll also be talking to mindfulness expert Vidyamala Birch about why mindfulness for women is really important in reducing our stress and how mindfulness can help us heal. We'll be talking to Mari Lee, a therapist, about how mindfulness can help us heal. So I hope you'll tune into all those episodes and work on bringing some mindfulness into your daily life. This fall, I will be doing mindfulness groups for women again. So if you're interested in finding out more about that, feel free to reach out to me through progressioncounseling.com or womanworriers.com. Click the Contact Me button and shoot me an email. If you're looking for other podcasts to check out, try Emotions in Harmony with Dr. Carmen Roman. Learn how to live a life of fullness and how to recover your emotional harmony. She will share with you current psychology by sharing herself and interviewing experts who will inspire you. Living in harmony is possible if you know the psychological effects of your emotions and how to handle them. Check out her podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I hope your week is mindful and less stressed. Ciao for now from this Woman Worrier.
Thanks for listening and subscribing to the Woman Worriers podcast. Music was written and performed by Andy Cush. If you'd like more information on this episode, you can find the show notes, the resources shared today, and links to the guests' profiles at womanworriers.com.